Hey there, Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, Scorpio Rising. Happy birthday to you. We are now officially in your season. This is some amazing energy. Check out the weekly videos because there's a special birthday message each week for you. So I'm really interested to see what happens today. When I was laying out my decks for Spirit to select, they selected for you one that they asked me to put out, and I didn't know who was going to get it. You have the Akashic Tarot deck. This is not a typical tarot deck. So this should be a very interesting reading. We're going to do a Celtic cross with it. And then we're going to pull cards on health, wealth, love, and destiny. Hold on. That's a book. What's going on here? I am only going to read these cards as upright because this one goes here. Give me the card for the environment, please. Because it's complicated enough trying to do a Celtic cross with such an unusual deck. Oh, what's this? There's a lot of cards here. Okay, let's just see. So, for your overall energy, they actually sent 5. This is really special. Okay, so you have a journey, you have the wishes fulfilled, and you have clearing the way. For those of you who went through the struggles of this past month with Mercury retrograde, and if you are a Scorpio rising, then a lot of activity going on in your 12th house, and your 12th house is about that deep spiritual work where we release and let go, which for Scorpio is kind of your whole life. But there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and it looks like you are on your journey. You're on your journey. See the sun coming up. It's breaking up the clouds. I think this is a month where, especially when we get to that eclipse energy, and then as the sun slides into Sagittarius, that the energy starts lifting and shifting and changing. And I think you have a little more clarity than what you have been feeling. You have here the clearing the way. The obstacles are being removed and you have help. See, there you are standing there trying to figure out how you're going to get that out of the way, and help is on the way, is what they just said. Help is on the way. And you have wishes fulfilled. And look at all that abundance. There's all kinds of abundance in this. It's food outside. The sun is shining. It's a little cabin on the water. You can see the water in the distance. There is a bounty here. There is in the foreground, there's a scroll that's open, so it could be recipes, of course, but it looks and feels more like letter or information coming to you. I feel like you'll get the information that you need. There's healing herbs on the butcher block table with so much goodness of food. There's flowers. That's the happiness, the joy coming in. We have a wine rack in the back that's got plenty of wine, and so it feels like there's an opportunity coming to celebrate. The windows are open, but so is this half door. And so that is fresh air coming in. To me, it feels like the fresh air of this new energy is blowing through your life, and so things are really moving in a great direction. So the energy of where you find yourself as you start this month here is the reflection. And this reflection here, this is the energy of doing the deep soul work yourself and doing the reflections that you need to do on who you are. But it's also remembering that what you put out into the world is reflected back to you. We have this full moon showing up here, and that looks like, so as I'm recording this, it's only a day after the full moon. So it feels more like the energy of the full moon that just happened in Aries, this energy where we are reclaiming our power, where we are saying, no, I know who I am, and I am releasing from my life the old paradigms, the old, anyone who tries to stand in the way of me and my progress toward my soul. Scorpio spends their life doing that deep dive into the healing process of so much karma. Some of it's bloodline karma. Some of it is so deep ingrained in your DNA, either from other lifetimes and timelines or from those that you're related to. And Scorpio does the hard work. You do the heavy lifting. Scorpio will often sit in stillness. See how calm this water is? Will often sit in stillness until they decide it's time to venture forward. And it's almost like you have your own little inboard motor that will get you out of the harbor and back into the flow of things. It is up to you when you decide to move forward. But right now, there's been this past month has really been a time of reflection and growth and opportunity for you at a very deep, healing, emotional level. So, as I said, I was going to read these all in the upright, but they gave me one that that has on one side it's autumn and on the other side it's spring. There is no top or bottom really to this. So it is currently the autumn, and this is the letting go. You're in the letting go phase. That's what you're consciously doing. I'm consciously letting things go. When we have fall, and things fall off the trees, and the plants seem to pull their energy in, and they go underground. This is very Scorpio, right? You pull your energy in, and you use it to nourish and nurture and prepare for growth. Because on the subconscious level, you have the birth. And so this nurturing, see the birch tree here? This birch tree here is about the rebirth. It is the birthing process. So you are in the process of pulling your energy in and nurturing yourself, and the birthing is happening, but it's happening below the surface, and everybody doesn't have to see it. It's only important that you do it. And what is the energy that you are to lean into? What is the energy you need to rely on that will really help you? So this card's super interesting to me. See this boy here? He looks like an exchange student I had whose birthday is November 4th. Looks exactly like Jan. Okay, so every time I see this card, it always makes me think of Jan. All right, so it says the light of the world. Spirit is knocking at the door. The energy you lean into is answering the call of your soul. Because he's carrying the light, he's carrying the lantern. And he's going to help you. He, she, the divine. But it's depicted male here, that's why I said he. But Spirit, gosh, that actually looks a lot like the Hilaron. The Hilaron is the, like the librarian of the Akashic Records is a great way, I think, to explain the Hilaron. And so this is your deep inner knowing. This is your higher self. Metatron says it is the keeper of the Akash. It is the keeper of the Akash. And so this is energy, in Metatron, by the way, is the keeper of the Akash also. So you are in the process of unraveling lifetimes of wounds that are being brought to the surface for healing. You're doing great work. You're doing great work is what they just said. So, oh yes, there you go. All right, so what is the obstacle that you could encounter? And we have the Two of Keys, the treasure. And the Two of Keys says that you're looking around at everything you've lost. Now, if I were reading reversals, and it didn't come in the reverse, but I would encourage you to turn it upside down, because when you do, the box of this treasure chest that's right here flies open and things are revealed. So that the obstacle is counting your losses instead of your lessons. Counting it as losses instead of blessings in disguise. Understanding that this has been growth. Like, this is serious growth, and it's happening on a very subconscious level. And you're currently in this autumn phase where you're regenerating, because the opposite of the autumn is the spring. So if we were to open this up, if we were to read everything in the upright as I said, then this is you're focusing on the spring to come. I'm going to leave that like that. What is your opportunity? Archangel Raphael is bringing in the healing. That light at the end of the tunnel is not a train. It is the healing light of your own higher self. It is the healing light of the divine, and it is being facilitated at this time by Archangel Raphael. It's so funny, when I was getting ready and I was doing my pre-meditation, and I went to speak out of the angels' names to come in. The first one out of my mouth was Archangel Raphael, which is not the order I usually say, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, now I know why. He is here for you right now. So tap into the energy, ask. Okay, so he is reminding me, angels can only help when you ask. Unless it's like a dire emergency. Unless it's actually physically life-threatening, they can't. You have free will. So all you have to do is ask. You ask for the help that you need. They are standing at the ready. Archangel Raphael's like, I'm so ready to bring in this healing light. And so a really good way he's showing me right now is just to sit quietly and imagine yourself surrounded by this. Okay, so it's the pink of the heart chakra, but it's the green ball of energy that he's bringing you. So this is the compassion in his heart for you. And if you will allow yourself to just sit in this green light and allow yourself to feel the healing presence of your own higher self, and you can heal through. He's saying spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally. So whatever is going on, ask for the help that you need. Where do you find yourself? Well, I love this. Look at this. We start out with you sitting here in the stillness in the harbor, reflecting, nothing much happening. But where do we find you? You, when the sun came up, you set sail, and you're looking to the future of where it is that you're going to go. And there's a rainbow. I've never noticed that before. It's the rainbow. You don't get a rainbow unless there was first a storm. This is the promise. Oh, and the way his telescope is, it's like he's aiming for, you know how at the end of the rainbow there's a pot of gold. I think you're coming out of this period of self-reflection, and you're getting ready to take some very serious steps toward this journey to getting your wishes fulfilled. Obstacles are being lifted. The advice is to allow yourself to go through the entire process. Don't try to short-suit it. So, you find yourself in the fall where things are falling. Allow yourself the time and the space to be in the stillness. There's no need to rush. There's no need to push. Yet, setting your course doesn't mean that you're there. It's a journey. Obstacles are being lifted. You are on your way. But stay in the healing energy. Keep doing the work you're doing. It's making a difference. I mean, there's still the winter to get through before the seasons change. And again, this one, when you flip it upright, it's the summer follows the spring. So no matter how you want to look at this, it is about staying the course. So some of you may be in the process of reaching that spring where you're moving towards summer, where the seeds you plant start to really blossom and grow. And for others of you, you're still in the fall. And in the fall of letting things, break down, complete the cycle, allow yourself the rest and the healing. But I gotta say, Scorpio, pretty much when I've been doing the regular readings, you guys seem to be very much having been in that stillness of the winter. And so the advice is to plan, to set your sights, set your course for when the seeds blossom and bloom. And if you have the vision of where it is you want to go, but not necessarily knowing everything on the way to get there, if you can trust that the universe is going to lead you, because they're standing at the door with a lantern ready to lead you and guide you if you will allow them in. They're here to provide the healing if you will ask them to come in. There is a need to ask for the help and the guidance as you set on this journey, which, look, this is so freaking cool. Look, this is at night, sitting there in harbor, waiting. This is the journey. That was the overall energy. The sun's coming up and its ship is pulling out of the harbor. And here you are on board the ship, setting the course. God, I love these cards. Okay, in your environment. In your environment, you have options. There's you have diversity, the Five of Scrolls. You have options. There's still more information to be gained. Like I said, I feel like you are setting your course. You have a general idea of where you're going, but exactly how you get there. Many paths will lead you to the same place, they're saying. Diversity is also about, but this isn't you. It's in your environment. So in your environment is the information that you need. And again, if you ask for the guidance, you will find it. In your environment, this isn't about a person. It could be an institution of higher learning, absolutely. This is more about information that you need, and it's in your environment. If you seek it, you will find it. That's what they just said. Wow. Okay, so when I was saying that if you allow yourself to sit in the green flame, I kept seeing, in the green energy, I kept seeing the violet flame. And so, allow Archangel Raphael to begin the healing process for you. But to really move the energy forward, you are being encouraged to use the violet flame meditation. There is music, a link to the music below in the description box of the violet flame meditation. And it's just music. It's not guided. I'm sure there are guided meditations out there, but this one is so high vibrational. And all you have to do, and you have the imagination to do this, you have the intuition and you have the psychic ability to do this, to see with your mind's eye, your imagination, whatever you want to call it. See yourself sitting, laying. I like to lay down when I do it. Sometimes I do it in a bath too, which is really saltwater bath, really great for this. But just as the music's playing, you see the violet flame licking up around you. And what you're doing is you're releasing all the lower vibrational energies, all the negative experiences. And if you can focus on not only releasing the ones you know about, but not even focusing on what they are, I am releasing all of the negative, low vibrational, karmic mess across all lifetimes and all timelines, because what you do here affects everything else. You heal here, you heal everywhere else. If you can do that and watch as it kind of turns in, what it looks like is it turns into these, they start out kind of like a lighter violet bubble, like a champagne bubble, but as they rise to the top, they turn golden and then they turn white, and it's just this white light above. So I'll be laying in the purple, and it's very rich, deep violet purple. And then as it comes up, and all these little bubbles come up, it turns kind of golden here with the lavender flames here as it lightens up, and across the top, it's always this beautiful bright white light, because the energy is being transmuted and from the negative into white light. So before you do this, Archangel Michael. We always call in the energy of Archangel. I always call in the energy of Archangel Michael before I begin anything. Every day I start with talking to Archangel Michael. Before I do readings, before I do anything, I ask for the guidance. Yes, but it's the psychic protection. I want to make sure that he's my gatekeeper. He doesn't allow any negative energies to get in. He keeps me safe, and he will do the same for you. He is here to protect your inner child. He's been protecting it right along. But ask for him to come in, and he's saying cord cut. Okay, so call in the protection and the guidance, but while you're doing this violet flame meditation, because we have Saint Germain here, that's the violet flame, ask Saint Michael to come in and cut the cords. And literally, I woke up one day, I was totally awake, but my brother, who has passed, was there, and he was showing me some certain people that I know in my life, and how we were all connected with, it looked like these tendrils of energy. They were black, and they were like, it kind of reminded me of Poison Ivy on Batman when she sends out those green tendrils, but only these were black, and they were just nasty, and they were curling, and and he said we're all connected. And there were people there that he's never met, and yet his energy was there, and he was showing me how we were all connected. And then I said, oh my God, I said, Archangel Michael, can we cut these cords? And Archangel Michael showed up, and he encased me in this beautiful blue light egg. It was diamondy, beautiful blue, sparkly, but it was like in an egg. And then he cut, there was like a protective core around me, and he cut these cords. And I watched as the sword went through, they exploded into like diamond light. And this was happening, this was several years ago. This was before, I was just starting to wake up. Just starting. It was really mind-blowing for me to see that. Now I'd be like, oh yeah, that's right. But I was like, whoa. It was so amazing. And the energy turned into it has been very healing. So allow yourself to do that, and you are being encouraged to listen to your intuition big time. The Oracle of Delphi. Tap that higher knowing. You guys, you are... Okay, water signs are all psychic, and we all are psychic on different ways. Your ability to heal by going deep, to really understand the motivations and the psyche of people is top-notch. And so it's like Cancer is aware and compassionate to those around them, but it is Scorpio energy that does the healing work. And it is Pisces energy that releases it, completes the cycle. And we all work together. And so the sun is in your sign now. By the time the sun gets to Pisces, in the springtime energy, you can complete the cycle that you're starting on. For some of you, you may have really noticed over the summer, while the sun was in Cancer, you may have been having some things really kicking up. So just kind of pay attention to the cycles of your life, but you have some big stuff going on here. I knew this was going to be a big deal. So this video is long. Scorpio, your videos have been long a lot. You have the North Node moving into your sign, though. And so it may be 18 months before the final release happens because, I'm sorry, did I say North Node? The South Node is moving into your sign. And that is the big releasing energy. That is the letting things go. That is this cord cutting. And so even though this is for the month of November, I want you to think of this as the roadmap. They're saying it's the roadmap to healing on your healing journey. And so there is no timeline. Time is a thing that humankind makes up. It is not real. It is not real. It's just it's how we track things here on this planet, but it is not real. So whatever works for you is correct. Wow. All right. Let's look at the health, wealth, love, and destiny part here. You have, for health, you have receiving. See all that green? It's nettle. I don't even know for sure what nettle is. I'd have to look that up. This is receiving. Look at that. See all the water pouring down? That is the emotional waters. That is the healing waters. That is the green light energy being brought to you by Saint Raphael. Allow yourself to be in these healing waters. Allow it to flow to you and through you to release the karmic energies that have been things that you were not maybe even aware of in this lifetime that you came into, incarnated, brought with you in order to it says here nettle stalks can be used to make especially strong cordage and fabric. Like things being woven together in patterns and connections. The fabric of reality is a vast web of interconnected energy, synchronicities, messages, and opportunities for growth are all around us, but we need to pay attention. Like a spider waiting on its webs, they alert for the teeniest movement that would signal the arrival of nourishment. Open your heart and your arms to receive, keeping the faith that it will come, because nettle's affinity for water. Trust your emotions at this time. That would also be the Oracle of Delphi. Trust your inner senses and your feelings. They will not lead you astray. Do not fear being stung, for it would only serve as an opportunity to reroute and improve the source of supply. Any discomfort you feel at this time will be superficial and transitory, leading to a deeper level of satisfaction. Nettle's vibrant energy keeps us alive and flowing, so movement may be required to bring in the abundance. Remember to be receptive and open your mind. Follow the breadcrumbs of intuition and synchronicity, and you will be led to receive wonderful new forms of nourishment. So that movement card being important, I want to encourage you to go for daily walks if at all possible. It is a gentle or yoga or some kind of gentle movement. This is a time to be gentle with yourself as you go through this process. When I was going through my awakening, I walked every day, and honestly, sometimes all I had was this like tunnel vision, and I would look and everything would be all fuzzy, but I could see like the details of maybe a bird or a leaf or something, and really pay attention to those messages. They're bringing something to you. In the area of finances, you have the secret fairy. Every garden has fairies. Secret fairy says do a good deed for someone and not get found out. And the busy bee of hopes. As you make small efforts in your money garden, the nectar of your efforts will be rewarded with sweetness and happiness. So, take an opportunity to take a look at your financial situation. You do rule other people's money. Scorpio does. We have some energy around the next couple of months where financial things are going to be popping. That full moon eclipse in Taurus that is happening on the 19th of this month is going to be well, it's at 27 degrees, so it's not going to be opposing Uranus. That's good news. But Saturn is getting ready to square with Uranus in Taurus, and so there's going to be some shakeups. So just take a look. Where can you shore up your finances a little bit? Pay attention, and a good deed for someone not getting found out doesn't have to be about money. All right. So I have a secret pumpkin fairy. Somebody the other day dropped off this beautiful mum for me. It was just gorgeous, and I don't even know who did that yet. I'm trying to figure that out. So, okay. Here we go. As far as love goes, this is part of your healing process. Be in the present and dream of the future. When we dream, everything is possible. And everything is possible. We manifest what we focus on. Look to your strengths. You're stronger than you realize. Embrace your emotions. Don't push down your feelings or judge your emotions. When something bothers you, don't think, oh, that shouldn't bother me. Say, oh, well, that bothered me. I wonder what triggered that. And when you follow the thread of what triggered it, that's how you can heal it. Not say, oh, I shouldn't feel that way. Yeah, my mother used to say, oh, you're so emotional. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so back to what you love. Your current situation is giving you an opportunity to reevaluate what you want. What do you want? So back to what you love means you're setting out on this journey of self-discovery, of self-rediscovery, they just said, of who you are and what's of value to you. And what's of value to you in a relationship? What are you looking for? Be real honest with yourself. Do not hide the truth from yourself. Scorpio has a tendency to keep a lot of stuff to themselves, but you should never keep anything from yourself. Be real honest with yourself about what it is that you're truly looking for, because the goal here is, of course, to be content and happy in relationships, right? Look at your patterns in relationships. It requires inner strength to recognize that what you need to change or modify in your behavior. So where have you gotten off track, or where did you not learn things as a child? The healing work of the inner child is definitely undergoing for everyone right now. So take the time to dive a little deeper into the relationship patterns that you saw modeled for you as a child. The things that, if you, people who received love and support from their parents find it easy to give love and support, but those who felt like they had to earn it have trouble, thinking a different way. And so it's a paradigm shift where you understand that just because you're here, you're worthy of love. You came from love, you're worthy of love. That's how that works. Okay, well, we'll take that one. So, final words from Spirit. You have denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. I replace it with the insight of awareness. You are really being asked to pay attention to your intuition, to pay attention to what triggers you, where are your dreams, where are your hurts. You have change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Move your physical body to help move your energy. Change your room around. Sometimes, last weekend I got so far behind on everything I had to do because I needed to change my energy, so I ripped my place apart. I mean, completely. Like, closets got emptied. I went through stuff. I reorganized. Some things ended up in different closets. Some things ended up in the garbage. Like, furniture got moved, everything. Like, I just felt the need to change the energy in here because I needed it. And so you're being asked to look at some way to move things and change energy. And even if it's just clearing out your sock drawer, do that. It's a great place to start. All right. Fear of failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. It's just learning. It's hard. I know. I was raised in a family where you weren't allowed to make a mistake. You paid big for it. And so I was always so fixed on wanting to be perfect that it made me very unapproachable, for one thing. But it also made me crazy when I couldn't manage something perfectly. And then when I realized it's okay to be wrong and it's okay to make mistakes, because really in the end it's just school. Life is just school. And even though my mom thought I was supposed to get an A on everything, honest to God, let's all think about this for a minute. Once you graduated, who asked you about your grades? When you went for a job, did they say, so what was your GPA? Did you have all A's? No. It was a waste of emotional energy. Okay, so you have patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order and perseverance. These are both you, patience and perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. You're going to get there. You might not get there in a straight line. If you look at the failures as detours where you learn stuff and you pick up more information and guidance along the way, perfect. Let go of your fear of failure, because there's really no such thing. There's no such thing. That, again, like time, is just something that man made up. It's not real. All right? You're perfect the way you are. I will talk to you guys soon. I'll be back in 2 weeks for your mid-month. Every week there's the weeklies, and you can catch me every day over at Moonlit Waters on Facebook, where I do a little daily reading on the energy of the day. It's like 3 to 6 minutes, so much shorter than these. You guys always take a lot of time, and you're worth it. So whatever. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Take care.